And we are live. Double checking that we do actually have sound and everything that we need. Somebody say something funny.
Something funny.
Yes, okay, see, that is exactly what I wanted. Good. It worked.
Hey.
Perfect. As intended. All right, y'all. Hey, we're back for another week of Light of Thylea, played by our wonderful people that you see here on the screen, which is, of course, based on the adventure Odyssey of the Dragonlords. It has been a good week. Brian, who will not be joining us today, sadly, he is, well, sad for us, awesome for him. He and his wife are on an amazing trip cross country and they're really enjoying themselves. So, kudos to that. I'm super excited for them. That aside, he's not going to be joining us. However, he and I sat down and we worked on more fixes. There's more stuff that we did to hopefully fix some of the issues that we've been having with the stream. So cross your fingers. I hope this time around we're going to be on the entire time. Yes, I definitely also went to my router, unplugged it, and reset it, half an hour before the stream. So hopefully that'll be another fix. Who knows? Who knows? Whatever the fix is, I just want it to be fixed. Also, I love how Lyra is, aka Tyler, is getting ready to meet the fates, and it's just like looking down at their phone, and the white light of their phone is just like a font of a scrying looking back up at them. In any case, with that,
Tweeting. I was tweeting that we were live.
No, I need to call you. I don't know. I legitimately turn it back on. It actually looks like you're looking at a scrying pool, like you're like looking at.
It was pretty bright. I saw it for like just a hot second.
Yeah, it's like oh, it's like you ponder. You have the ponder orb.
Why is my phone so bright?
With that,
right?
with that though,
What?
not a lot of other announcements. I know that Raiders of the Sea Serpent, which is going to be the next installment that the writer of Odyssey of the Dragonlords is going to publish on January 2023, is definitely making some progress if you've been following on Kickstarter. So I'm super excited for it. I've been wanting to run a Viking game for pretty much as long as Polyhedra has existed. So be on the lookout. Next January is when it's going to be dropping, and I'm excited to get into that as well. If these fools survive until then and the campaign wraps by then, maybe we can even do that next. We'll see.
I just finished watching Vikings all the way over again.
Nice.
I'm on the very last season now, so I'm here for it.
That's awesome. I've not finished it yet. I have started and I love the show. Absolutely love the show. Now I'm making it through the last season right now.
So good.
That's
I
it from.
I haven't watched it.
That's it from me, though. Do you guys have anything else that you guys want to shout out before we get into shenanigans?
I noticed yesterday.
To be, and I don't understand what it could be.
Is there an alternative to OBS?
They're not as good.
Hey,
Just throwing shade.
At least it came back up instead of just
Sound
completely
reasonable?
disconnecting.
Hey everybody, we're back.
hey.
Yeah, we clearly have not solved the tech riddle, so be aware that is still a thing that we're going to be struggling with. Thanks for sticking around. What game should we play this evening? Whenever we disconnect.
Ooh.
Guess the random shit on David's desk. That could be shit.
If he
We
gets
each
right,
get a
then he-
magic item.
Yeah. It's like the stick of superfluousness. As you pick it up, it suddenly just spews words at you that are ridiculous Wordle words that shouldn't be words, especially when they have double or triple letters in it. Ridiculous Wordle. What's wrong with
Isn't there a whole site that's like magic items, but that are just like nonsensical
Useless.
and not actually, yeah.
No,
I
I
think D&D speak as one of those lists at least.
don't know about that, but now I want it. That sounds
I'm
amazing.
pretty sure I've seen it before. I'm pretty sure I've used it before.
I've had it used on me before. Where it was
Used
like-
on you? That sounds. That doesn't sound right.
Like your wife printed it out, rolled it up, and hit you with it or something?
Yeah, basically.
Okay, that now we're getting into some territory the stream is not ready for yet.
Please send help.
Domestic abuse.
Please. Oh my god. Oh shit. Sorry if that.
Hilarious.
All right. Hopefully that'll be doomed. But okay, cool. So again, as a call out, what we're saying is Spelljammer supplements from 2nd edition on sale on DM's Guild right now, 40% off if you're into that stuff. Which yeah, I'm wrapping up a Spelljammer campaign right now, and it was such a blast. I loved Spelljammer, so I highly recommend if you're a DM, especially if you're a DM who loves kind of unrelated storylines and very sandboxy approaches. Spelljammer is awesome. It's such a cool setting for that. All right. Anything else that you guys have, or are we ready to dive back in? Because we've got some emotional damage ready for tonight. Lyra, are you ready? 2 fates. Okay. Previously on Odyssey of the Thylea, I think
What
it's
if I'm not ready? What
actually
if,
gonna murder me in real life. If you're not ready, I mean, there's always the X card. You can always X
what if I haven't thought about anything that I'm gonna say?
Then make it up on the spot because
That,
shit.
that
we're
makes
doing
it more
live.
genuine. That's
Roll
Exactly.
a D100 then.
All
What
right.
if I throw myself into the acid pit or whatever?
Previously on Light of Thylea plays Odyssey of the Dragonlords. You guys have been traveling all across the Cerulean Sea. There you have explored different islands, helped depose and implement queens, have learned about the locations of dragons that you want to slay eventually, but Lyra, our Fate's warlock, had received visions during these travels. Visions that essentially suggested that she come visit the Island of the Fates so that she could receive help, aid from the entities from whom she is currently drawing her power from to begin with. Kind of understand better this connection between herself and them. Now, the visions that she received weren't necessarily the most positive ones, involving the sacrifice of potentially Brissa. We'll find out more details when we get there. Just one more second, we'll definitely find out. Now, as you guys traveled to the Island of the Fates, you guys actually, first had to row up to it into a little bit of a lagoon itself. There, you were stopped by a dragon and rider duo. The rider being none other than Crane, one of the original members of the Prophecy. It turns out that Crane is indeed a daughter of Sidon, making her an auntie of, well, Hold up. Oh, I see. I want to check something else. Are we coming through? Is the audio coming through on... Okay, yeah, it is. Okay. Whew. Guys, I'm so hypersensitive about anything tech-related now. As Alex had sent me a side message about that stuff too. I was just like, oh my god, are we not live? Okay. With that, you guys were stopped by Crane, who explains that she doesn't want to fight you all. That Sidon is indeed amassing an army to attack the, settlements of Thylea, specifically Mitros, Eresia, and Astoria, and that she would like to keep you guys out of it if she can. That if you guys can figure it out, somehow a truce must be established. You guys figured out a way around her responsibility to keep you away from the island, to turn you away by swimming back to the boat, and then waiting for her to leave so that you guys could once again approach. As you guys got to the center part of the island, a massive pool that seemed to lay within the ancient dry waste, this limestone that barely supports any kind of flora or fauna, that was set within an ancient crumbling temple. You saw that there was already an individual at the pool, a horned man, apparently a tiefling or something of fiendish blood lineage at the very least, who introduced himself as Pascal, and that he was a merchant of death of sorts, a mercenary, whose services could be bought, and He was interested in potentially arranging for that in the future, if you all would be so inclined. In exchange for allowing you all to sacrifice one of the creatures that was under his behest to the pool so that you could get your audience with the Fates, he wanted you guys to fight these creatures so that you would have an understanding of the powers of them, so that you would maybe one day hire Pascal and his forces for whatever purpose that you guys might see fit. In addition, he also said, how about if you select a very challenging encounter against 3 of my creatures of land, air, and sea, I will give you guys a certain something of your choosing. There were many things on the table. Most importantly, Brissa wanted to have a potion that she could force onto her dragon to make the dragon somehow bigger and stronger and older. But it turned out, as Pascal put it, sure, that exists. But if you do that, there's a chance that your dragon might go crazy. So Brissa, of course, immediately jumped on that and said, I want to have a big dragon right now. No, she did not. She said, you know what, we'll go with something a little bit more safe. Let's get some star metal, which, of course, the god of artifice, of crafting itself, Vulcan, had told you, can be used to craft truly magnificent items. So, you guys fought the creatures and did fairly well, beating them pretty soundly overall. You sacrificed one of the creatures, and Pascal promised to be back no more than 24 hours from that point in time to deliver the star metal to you. As you sacrifice this last fiendish creature, you suddenly saw the pool bubbling, burning, and the world seemed to go topsy-turvy. That is where we're going to pick it up tonight. Anything that I forgot to mention that you guys want to throw out before we get back into it? It's because it's not designed to do that.
It's that one dog from Dark Souls?
Dark Souls.
But
Is
then
it
we
from-
kill it, and then we
Which
get a
one?
Vorpal sword.
Isn't there a dog that has a sword? Let's
Is
bring
there
this
a
back up, by
dog
the
that
way,
has a
but I'm gonna...
sword?
Guys,
There's-
this is a Harry Potter thing, I feel like. It sounds very Harry
No,
Potter.
no, no. The only dog in Harry Potter is the Cerberus.
No, the Vorpal sword. That's not Harry Potter?
Oh, that's from Alice in Wonderland. I mean, it's from other stuff, but that's what I know it
Yeah,
Oh,
that's the... Oh, shit, what is that creature
Alice
called?
is like-
Don't tell me it.
The Jabberwocky.
Fuck.
Uh,
God damn you.
I almost did it. I was
Snicker
like,
snack.
Yeah, it is. And that's where the Vorpal sword originally comes from. Alright, anyways. So, as we're delving
from.
back
Figure
in.
out what dog this is, because now it's gonna bother me. Yeah, Sif. The Great Grey Wolf is from Dark Souls. It's just a wolf with a sword in its mouth.
Woof.
Anyways.
What the
Oh
Pokemon
yeah. Also the Pokemon. Also Okami, technically a dog with a
yeah.
sword in its mouth. I love Okami. That's such a good game. Everyone play Okami.
What is Okami?
You are the sun god, Okami, regaining your powers, which your powers are the ability to use painted brushstrokes to bring things into life, and
that's
literally that's the
cool.
mechanic of the game. Like you hold a button and can draw on the screen, and it brings stuff into the actual like game,
Okay,
like
that's-
bombs and wind and
That's really fucking
electricity and yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening with the stream. So I'm watching it, but okay, I think it's back. But yeah, you collect constellations and like draw the constellations with your paintbrush and bring the other gods back to life, and they give you different abilities and stuff.
cool. That's awesome. All
It's
right.
a really cool game.
Thanks for that shout out. All right, as we delve back in.
Oh god.
Dummy Brissa. as we're just looking at you guys kind of like trying to keep everyone a little bit at bay with the spear. Brissa, as suddenly everything turns for you. You suddenly see the inside of this, not necessarily inviting, not, lively, but still sunny and washed exterior turns suddenly into an interior. You find yourself inside of a cave, a dome towering above you. You see this black stone covering cragged nooks and crannies left and right. Upon the ground where you had walked before, rather than the sand and the, stone pieces of marble that you had seen before, you can now see the same black stone. Sharp, craggy, just trying to reach up and cut you into your souls. But upon them, fling themselves open across this sharp stone, are dozens and dozens of massive maggot-like worms, white bodies kind of propelling themselves forward. But that is not even the most disturbing fact. On each one of these weird maggot worm creatures' bodies, they're all the size of like a small dog. You can see humanoid faces, everything from minotaurs to humans to elves, as they wriggle across the ground, moaning and looking pleadingly up towards you. As a reference called, kind of like Ursula's cave in here. Oops. As you find yourself standing there, kind of looking disturbed, again on the opposite side of this fetid pool with the acidic, weird, bubbling stuff inside of it, you can see a massive dragon carcass. Well, not a carcass, just a skeleton. In fact, the most dominating element of the entire cave is the ribcage, exposed. Between the two largest bones, you can see massive amounts of fate string interwoven back and forth. And you can see that a magical piece of, now of course I'm forgetting the name for it, but the thing that essentially weaves things back and forth.
I know what it's called too, and I can't think of it.
Yeah, it's like
a shuttle, yes.
Yeah,
a shuttle.
Thank you. The shuttle kind of going back and forth, back and forth. You see two disgusting, incredibly thin and yet at the same time vile-looking creatures toiling away, seemingly kind of like using their hands through magical means to affect the shuttle as it flies back and forth between them. As one steps up from behind this loom, massive as it is, to face you all, and you immediately know these are the Fates. The middle one, the one that seems to appear like a satyr who has all of these, overall has this gray kind of like mottled skin, but upon it you can see all of these reddish runes. It doesn't look like her skin has been cut, but at the same time it's almost like these birthmarks, this reddish tincture to her skin rather than a tattoo has sprung forth. It is off-putting, and yet at the same time it feels weirdly natural. She kind of clasps her arms one atop the other in front of herself as the other two keep weaving back and forth. All of you guys, by the way, immediately notice that the loom has actually been assembled 3/4 of the way into what will be ultimately this massive depiction of a heroic scene. And what you see upon there are scenes of your battles. You can see a chimera, kind of like the feet of it, and the fiery breath unleashing upon the Ultros. You can see Rhodus' chest being opened by the sword of one of the Medusas. You can see Brissa getting torn almost in half by the Cerberus. Each one of your significant moments seems to be depicted upon this loop. The middle Fate considers you with her head kind of cocked to the side, the huge horns seemingly so easily and light on her thin frame. You finally made it. Welcome.
See that thing where you look in every direction except for at the person that you're talking to?
I just look right at Lyra.
I think she was talking to you specifically. Elbow.
I think I just like immediately am like on the ground, like bowing, like as close to the ground as I could possibly get.
As you're just like prostrating yourself upon the ground. What do the rest of you do in response?
Are we? Are,
I think we're doing this. Yeah. I follow.
Yanni looks a little confused, so he does a little curtsy with his toga.
Nice.
Briss is making her way towards the back and trying to like escape.
As you look around, you actually can see that there are dozens of tunnels that lead out of this place. Some of them extremely narrow and like maybe a foot or so wide. Others massive, 15, 20, 30 feet gaping maws that just descend absolutely into darkness. As you kind of approach, you look at it and it's disturbing for Brissa. As you step towards the edge of that tunnel, you can suddenly hear screams, wails of torture and pain that are echoing from far, far away and deep down the tunnel.
Yeah, Briss is just a scared animal. She's just gonna keep coming. She's just while they're talking, she's just gonna try and find a tunnel that she can escape out of.
You look around. Make me a perception check, Brissa. First roll with the fates, baby.
6. I have second perception. It's a tunnel.
You look around, and indeed, it's a tunnel. But there's just something disturbing here. And the 6, from Brissa's perspective, there's nothing that tells you, okay, this way is safer, this way is safer, this way is safer. You just look around, and the only thing that seems to be safe in the least are these weird people who appear to be somewhat connected to you. That at least didn't attack you when these weird creatures with wings and frog and whatever else were all attacking you. These people seem to be safe? With a huge question mark at the end.
I think if I just like hear Brissa's random like pitter patter of running through the cave in the pregnant pause of not knowing what to say, I'll just look up and say, she's kind of important for this whole thing, so if there's something you can do about that, I would appreciate it.
Kind of looks a little bit closer towards you.
I don't look.
No, not you. She's looking at Brissa now, sorry. She kind of inspects you, cocks her head to the side. Come here, child.
Briss ain't gonna come to... Yeah, she doesn't even understand language, but she's not gonna come to her as like creepy like
She goes, I said, come. Make me a wisdom saving throw.
Do I have to understand? If she's like doing command though, I have to understand language, right?
Not on this one.
Oh, okay.
You can see now, energy seems to be kind of bubbling up inside of the pool itself. Fate strings kind of detach themselves from the frame of the loom itself and grab around Brissa's wrists and arms, shoulders, as you kind of get drugged towards her. Your mind
Not what I meant.
is so broken. She kind of starts stepping down these natural steps towards Brissa as you're like, not good, dragged towards her. You can see as you're trying to like get your spear in position, your arms are being kind of pulled out to each side. Here, I think this should help. And she kind of touches your forehead. And for 5 seconds, there's nothing but blinding pain in your mind. As the scream of Brissa's echoes within the small space, you drop to your knees crying as you can see the Fate pull out a long red string of Brissa's forehead, coiling it around her finger. Considers it as it starts to wiggle and move almost like it is alive. Brissa, You seem to be able to understand language again. And find yourself back in a position of being, let's say, you.
Oh, that's good. But still in agony. Like, just sort of like, that was very painful, but I guess I appreciate it. But that really hurt.
She extends a hand downward towards you. You see these long black fingernails, beautiful jewelry. However, all seem to have kind of disturbing black motifs. You can see skulls upon one ring. You can see what seems to be a weird tentacle-like edifice upon another. She holds it down upon you. Rise.
Just will stand up, go towards her friends very slowly.
As you touch the hand of the Fate, impossibly so. The creature is surprisingly tall. She kind of has these back-bent legs that you would expect from a satyr. And maybe goes up to about 6'1", 6'2". But as she touches your hand, there's a deceptive strength in those fingers as she leads you up. And then kind of like trying to step around the maggots and getting around there and like standing back over towards by your friends. Another favor given, Byron. You have been interesting to watch, John. You have made it far. We are so proud of you. You've done so well. All of you. You see the two others kind of speak weirdly to one another, but at each other. They kind of like look at you guys and then look away the second that they... It's almost like they've... Actually, you know what? Whoever wants to can make me an insight check to try to see what the hell is going on here.
Don't hate that.
I'll get in. Not well, but I'll get in on it.
I got a 19.
Yeah, rub it in.
Alrighty. Lyra and to an extent Brissa, as you kind of watch these people, you can tell that the center fate seems to be somehow more powerful than the others. You can't put your finger on it. It's just an animal instinct of seeing an apex predator and knowing, I'm in danger. Lyra, having interacted with the Fades on multiple occasions now, you understood always instinctually that there was a prime. Prime.
Well, I can't use
You should have
swords.
asked for an arrow.
Well,
with
I
fate
can, but yes,
Oh,
fate slaying arrow for the bow I don't have.
slaying. Yeah, but you can hand it to me and go.
Oh, that's true. If I don't do it, it's not as bad, I guess.
Now, she continues. It took you a long time to come to it, but finally you have all made it here. She looks at you now, Yanni, as she says, "Woof woof."
Sorry, I don't speak dog.
That's exactly what she said.
With a vorpal sword in her mouth. As she goes, "We thought that we would see you much sooner."
You know, I wanted to come right away, but some people were a little timid about it.
Right here, yeah.
That's why I went this way and not this way.
Ironically, on stream, when they do it to the right, it is actually the right direction.
I had thought about that.
No, when it's already raining.
Oh, okay, yeah, I can tell when it's raining.
Is that a Mean Girls reference?
It is.
It is, yeah, 100%.
Her boobs have ESPN. They have a 90% chance to tell when it's already raining.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
And the trees.
Yanni, as you're told, you know, in so many words that you have returned home, what is your reaction?
I believe it was. Wait, what? What do you mean? Wait. I'm. Which one of you?
As the two of them kind of like cackling, they now both look towards the center one. She says, "It's me, child. I am your new mother. Please, call me. It's the moment."
She's even got a hot name.
She is hot.
I don't have anything to write it down on.
Say hi to your mom, Yanni. God.
Yanni passes out.
Bleh.
Oh shit.
As he starts falling down, though, she kind of waves her hand, and you see half a dozen of these worm maggots try to, like, insanely fast move themselves together, and Yanni just falls onto the soft, squishy creatures as they definitely kind of gasp in pain, but then absolutely stay still. It would be a soft bed for Yanni.
Eyes rolled back in my head. We fought a manticore once, right? There you go.
Yeah, that was like
Good.
in the beginning.
Yep.
Way early.
Manticore.
Brodus jumped off a cliff to kill it.
It's true. I mean, that was a cool move. All right, as we're back.
So long ago.
It does feel forever ago now. Many come to try and see the fates, to ask their questions, make their requests, understand when they will die and how, who will be wielding the dagger, or whether they're going to be soundly asleep. But you are the prophesied heroes to make the great change that will finally bring stability to Thylea. That is why you're here. However, rules apply to you as they are applicable to everyone else within Thylea. Each of you may make one request. One question. And we will consider it. You have made it a long way. Do not waste your opportunity. So I'll let you give yourselves a moment to consider these options. Momentous thing you're trying to do. As she kind of looks toward Oh, we're gonna get real weird now. All right, we should be back here soon.
We back.
Here we are.
Awesome.
Yep.
Alrighty. Yanni, you come back too, with a cell phone in your hand. I'm just kidding. Well, by the way, every time we go down, we're trying to guess what is on top of what is on top of Damon's desk. Hey, I'm 100% correct so far. It's pretty fantastic.
Yeah, he guessed the Rubik's Cube that I'm always sitting here playing with and my phone.
Yeah, the phone. Come on, you gotta go for the safe options every once in a while, right? This is trivia game rules apply. Yanni, as you come back to, you see that her back is now turned towards you, and she's watching the shuttle fly back and forth on the loom as it, essentially 3D prints a scene of you guys fighting your greatest fights. You guys start to kind of huddle awkwardly towards one another. What do you say?
I think with Brissa screaming because subconsciously Lyra is terrified that something's going to happen to her, and also them saying that damn, even I have random change on my desk.
I don't know
Who
if
has
it's changed on my
change
desk
anymore?
either. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
right?
like-
Yeah, I don't know when the last time was I
it's
paid
everywhere.
cash for something.
Yeah.
I don't even, well, that's why it's just randomly in different places in my room, is because I don't even remember where I got it, so I just throw it.
All right.
Well, see, I'm very much a creature of habit. My change is all in my nightstand.
So Lyra is
Mm.
hyperventilating.
I do have a change jar right there.
hyperventilating with the prospect of having just met the fates.
Yeah. Quietly stifled, gasping for air.
Are you okay, Yanni? You look a little like white
I
and
dreamed
face.
that. Holy Gato, what am I laying on?
As the maggots kind of squirm and move about, you kind of push yourself off of them.
I wanted to ask about that, but I feel like that would be my question. So I don't want to ask that.
Yeah, it's probably not a good question.
Right.
I dreamed that, right? That was
No,
like a
no.
nightmare.
Yeah, she's your mom. She's 100% your
Yeah,
mom.
she's beautiful.
Yeah, she's very pretty.
Congratulations.
I'd be happy
You
to
know.
have her as a mom.
I don't know if I'm more annoyed that she did that to me or that she's so tall and I'm so short.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah, you
is
could
that?
ask who your father is, or do you know that already?
I don't think it works that way in this scenario.
He was like abducted and like eaten by a hag or something, and then so she like regurgitated him or something
Oh.
along those lines. And,
Oh, and that was.
yeah.
Oh, you had like two births.
Yeah.
Like you were
I guess,
reborn.
yeah. I was supposed to be a little human boy. I guess I was a little human boy.
Oh.
And then Lyra's boss ate me.
You're welcome.
But
Lyra, what are you going to ask for?
they told us that we could ask them any question, Yanni. So if you have a question that you can ask her.
I'm gonna have to chew on that for a minute.
Said we could ask for anything.
Did was it for anything? I thought it was a question. So I'm
I
going to
think
ask.
they said both.
Oh, I'm going to ask
Like-
where the Lotus Witch is.
Just I read in books one time that this can be very tricky, so be very specific. Like, show me the point on the map where the Lotus Witch is, because they could say like, is in the place with the green trees. That's
that's
not
fair.
helpful.
What constellation do I have to follow to find the Lotus Witch? Boom.
Right.
Here we go.
Perfect.
Oh god, we have to. I'm not gonna say anything because I'm still hyperventilating.
I'm going to write that one down. What constellation?
All right, Brisa, do you want to go first, since you know?
Oh, I mean, do we all have to like know at once? Like, I feel like if we go back, like we probably all have to know our questions, right? I mean, I don't know how. But Larry, this is your place of employment. You should know how it works.
There's a board on one of the sides of the cave. It's just Lyra's face with like employee of the month.
Yes.
Every month it's just me. The stream didn't go down, but it's like buffering. Oh, it's back.
Good.
So, does this change anything?
I mean, you already knew what you were born of a hag, so I mean, now you just know which one.
Yeah, but one, I didn't know the Fates were hags. Two,
That's true.
I just never figured I'd meet the hag.
That's fair. That's fair.
And she's hot.
And I never figured that the hag would be. I mean, kind of back to point one, but I never figured the hag would be one of the Fates. I figured it was some bitch servant of Thylea.
That's fair. That's fair.
Oh god, I hope they're
And
not.
it could still be.
That's another question, isn't it?
I mean, it could be a question. I think it's kind of a waste of a question, but I mean, I don't know. What do you want to know about your mom, Yanni? Because like, is there anything that you wanted to ask her? What did Demetria tell you to ask them?
Hashtag Mother's Day.
Did she tell you to ask them anything? I forget.
I think so.
I know she told us that you had to go visit here, but
I'm a little what's the word? Verklempt right now. It's kind of a shock to the system.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm gonna do the same thing Yanni did. Oh my god.
Well, you're not passing out. Unless you set your personal DC way higher than I set mine.
Rotis,
No,
do you want
it was-
to
I
ask
just
me
missed.
anything?
Do it, David. Do the Ro voice.
Did the what voice? What?
The Rotus voice.
Oh. Rose. I just think this is all kind of fucked up. Where's my daddy?
Aw. We
Red-
all are having parental issues.
Right? Parents, am I right? Family?
Rhodus can ask what constellation we, like, follow to find the Antikythera.
Oh, right, yeah, the missing piece.
Yep.
of the Antikythera.
Yeah,
guess-
the missing piece.
I guess I'll have to ask, what am I supposed to do to fulfill my destiny, since that's what I was sent here to find out, right?
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Which
Is
leaves
it-
so many other questions.
Yanni,
Yeah.
I'm going to druid craft a bouquet of flowers. It just appears in my hands, and I'm going to hand it to him. Give this to your mother. When you talk to her, it would be nice.
I'm not sure it's that kind of relationship.
You're right. I touched them. They were pink. I turned them black. More fitting. You're right.
And maybe it's just not the relationship yet. Rhoda says.
Right.
It's true. It's true.
I don't know.
To be fair, if you could get in good with her, I feel like would be a huge bonus. You know?
Sure. Yeah, why not? I'll try.
Right. Yanni.
Tell her she looks really amazing and stuff,
Yes.
Do it.
Right, but not in a creepy way.
Yeah. In like, I mean, she's your mother, right? You can't.
Yeah, no, I got that memo, thanks.
I've composed myself to the point where I can at least get off the ground and not die.
Right. As you do so. So Yanni, you approach Desdemona with your bouquet of black flowers.
Estrella said I should give you these.
As you approach her, you see the maggot people kind of start to clear the path for you as you step through. There's that soft splashing sound as the ground here seems to be weirdly ever wet, ever moist as you step
Really
towards her.
got to invest in some samples.
You hold up the flowers as you say that. She kind of looks over her shoulder down upon you. You shouldn't have. She kind of waves her hand as the flowers seem to kind of be yanked out of your hands and float there. You can see that there seems to be some kind of a sparkling white golden energy about the bottom as it flies toward her hand. She considers them. The weirdest thing is, as she kind of like holds them back and forth, it's like, remember those old holographic cards where you hold them like back and forth, and it's like the different image that kind of would show up? Am I aging myself? Of course. That's like back in the day before touchscreens. In order to have kind of animations, there were these holographic cards. So as she's moving the flowers back and forth, it's almost like she's time twisting. On the left end, you can see them beautiful and full. What kind of flowers were they, Estrella?
Oh, like roses.
All right, so beautiful black roses, full. And then as they go further and further to the left, they almost kind of seem to close up into buds and become smaller. As she shifts them to the right, they seem to grow back again. And then in the midway point, they seem to be the fullest. And then all the way to the right, they wither and die as the petals seem to fall off and just disintegrate. And she does that back and forth. Thank you.
That was a neat trick.
The trick. The trick was the day that you were reborn, my friend. A little gift. No, this is not a trick.
Okay.
Are you ready to ask your question or make your request?
I think so.
She
I
looks.
have a whole lot of questions, but if I only get one, it has to be this one.
Right, she looks towards the other two. Yanira, Hesperia. Nods forward as both of them stop using the shuttle. Start to kind of, almost like on all fours, crawl up to the sides of Desdemona. She presents herself before you.
So I was told by Demetria, daughter of Sidon, sister of Versi the Oracle, that I needed to come see you before I could fulfill my destiny.
She had figured it
So,
out.
my question is,
Get that dog out of here.
what do I need to do to fulfill my destiny?
Why, my sweet Yanni, the thing that you were made to, the thing that scared Luteria from the day that she demanded we kill you. Kill the Titan Luteria. Sacrifice her. That is your destiny. To do this, there are many things that you will need to do, my young friend. For one, she kind of looks you up and down, and it does feel a little maternal, kind of like that. That is what you chose to wear? That is how you're dressing yourself? Kind of like that look upon her face as she's kind of just pacing back and forth, her hands now back behind her lower back. No. You're meant to be a great wizard of your time, Yanni. How do your studies go?
I think pretty good. I've learned a lot lately, last few months.
Good. I think there is more potential. Don't you agree, Yanara? Potential. As she kind of looks at you, huge purplish nose coking down, pitch black eyes. You see absolutely no irises within that. It's just two solid orbs of blackness staring at you. Yes. She kind of gently, almost like strokes the cheek of the other fate. Yes, potential. Yanni, we need you to become what you're meant to be. Are you ready for it?
I usually don't like going into things blind, but I guess I'll say yes.
You see, the arch-wizard Damon came to us one day as well. And he sought the power to defeat the Titan. He looked upon our magical loom and understood that he to weave his own fate to make this happen. He failed. But you won't fail us, right, Yanni?
I'm gonna kill that bitch, one way or another.
You see the two immediately, as she kind of puts her hands gently on the backs of the heads of the two. Then the loom will be yours for the next day. And with it, you will craft yourself something that will truly bestow you with the power that you deserve.
I will. I never learned how to weave. I mean, I grew up an orphan. Thanks for that, by the way.
I will help you.
Okay. Okay. Sure. Okay.
She nods and points with her chin towards the others, indicating for you to go get another one, I guess? Kind of running through your head.
I kind of like one of these as I next.
Number
Bristol,
367.
Bristol will walk up, all happy like.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. You're kind of like skipping now that you actually have your mind back, you know? You're kind of like squat as you step onto one of those little maggots, and you step up.
Sorry.
You see this just like horrid looking turtle face looking up at you as you keep walking. You step up next to Yanni. Ah, yes, the Dragonlord herself. Thank you, Yanni.
I'm gonna go back over there now. And
Okay.
yeah. I'd wander back with the others, but I'm kind of very turned in right now.
I think as soon as Yanni gets back, because he was also part of the little vision that I had, I'll just... It's like a hug, but like more than a hug. Like I just want to envelop his entire body and keep him away from all of this.
You still smell like wet bird.
Yeet into the pool.
I don't do anything.
So what does the great Dragonlord decide?
Oh, I just want some information. And she'll like pull out the thing that she wrote it down on, and she'll be like, "All right, so what constellation do we have to follow to find the Lotus Witch?"
The Lotus Witch, yes. One of our great nemesis. The Lotus Witch can be found in the Indigo Island. Do you remember which of the constellations lead there? Yes, it's the Queen. How fitting. Yes. Follow the constellation of the Queen, and you will be able to find the Lotus Witch. But be careful. The Lotus Witch is a powerful sphinx who has made a claim upon time itself. She now lives in self-imposed exile, exclusion. And those unfortunate enough to try to travel to where she is might find themselves. And she takes the flower that Yanni had handed her and kind of goes back and forth. Under the control of her time. May we make a request of you?
Oh, I mean, sure. What is the request?
Kill her. Kill her for us. And we will give you a second boon.
Well, so she's supposed to like. I don't know if she's supposed to like give me something, or is she supposed to help out with the curse? Like, I mean, what if I do it after that? Can I get her help beforehand, and then like after it, I can like do the murdery thing? Like maybe.
We don't want to keep you in the dark, as Yanni, or smart Yanni put it so aptly. It is nice to see where you're going. What we can give you is the location, the second dragon, and kill the Lotus Witch for us. And you shall have an entire fleet of dragons. Blot out the sky if you.
It is very tempting. I would like a second dragon. That would be pretty fun. Can I make multiple dragon oaths? I don't know how that works. Like, I don't.
No.
No, I didn't think so.
He looks towards the rest of the group. It would be nice to become the plural Dragonlords again.
That is fair too. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I'll see. You know, like, I'll give you a solid. You know, like we'll consider that one. You know, like.
It's your choice, Prisa.
Okay.
It's your fate that you will decide. We're simply showing you the way.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. Well, I appreciate it. You guys have a awesome day, and just turn around and kind of she'll like skip back because she's super happy that she knows where the lowest witch is finally after all these months.
Squeak! It's again the Tor like.
Sorry. All right. I don't know who's next. Otis, or maybe we'll save Lyra for
He has
last.
like this little silvered mirror. She's like, oh.
Do you want to ask about where the Antikythera was?
I guess.
Otis?
Flings it over his shoulder, shatters in the distance.
That's 7 years of bad luck, bro.
Are you playing Rhodas as Gaston?
Sure.
Is it? Okay.
Where did you even get that?
Careful, he might start singing.
I know, Rhodas just pulled out a musket out of nowhere. All right, as Rhodas walks up towards the Fates as well, you guys can hear some mumbling and talking off in the distance as Brian and I will figure out details of things that he would have asked if you guys want to have him ask about the missing piece of the Antikythera, and of course General Gaius in specific. You guys certainly can. With that, as he comes back, he says, "Oh, well, it was pretty easy. Just asked her, and she told me, and I guess we're gonna go to the island of yonder, do us some Commander Gaius killing. She did make a little request, though. Sorry." She does want. Don't hit me, Brian. Don't hit me. She wants us to sacrifice the general.
I'm okay with that.
Sacrificial fire thing. Seems to be more of a Casaria thing. We don't really have her anymore, but she said it'll still work all the same as long as we, say a little kumbaya towards, tips a point over his shoulder towards the Fates.
Did she tell you who to sacrifice him to? Because I just realized I didn't ask that. Oh, they take sacrifices, huh?
As you guys sacrifice something into the pool that you would even get access to this place in the first place.
Sorry, I'm a little...
Yep.
Yeah, it's been a day.
I think I'm
that's
perfectly
all right.
okay with that. We can totally kill Gaius and sacrifice him. It's good with me.
So you guys are all sitting around. Suddenly the voice seems to magically carry, echoing off of the walls more so than it has any right to. It's almost like Red Rocks. as you hear your voice, your name, Lyra, kind of echoing. Lyra, why don't you join us next?
This will push her.
She falls into the pool.
I'm dead. No.
All right, so what's your next character? And why is it a Hesperos? No, I'm just kidding. Do not play Hesperos.
No, it's gonna be Vishrani because I really liked her. Anyways,
Ronnie was fun. Yeah.
yeah, she was cool. Yeah, I'll walk up there.
So you're going to kill us and take our place, yes?
It depends on how things play out, I guess.
What paths lead to clashing swords, flinging spears at each other like a gladiator?
Well, the last time we talked, I was tricked into sacrificing my best friend. So
You see what the one with the black horns curling forward, kind of like you see this Desmond kind of look down towards her. There's a little bit of a, let's say that your insight kind of carries over. There seems to be a disdain in her eyes, and it looks back towards you. Yes, it was a test of your resolution. To see what you would do, and how you would react.
And
Nothing. I don't know if you're expecting an apology, but there will be none.
well, no, I mean, if it's a test, there's usually a grade. Usually,
The test was whether you would come and meet those who imbued you with the power that you now hold. You can see how yours seem to intertwine and then spray out a great web. Feel the possibility that you're ever sitting within your palm. Can you know? This
I'll just like open my hand and let like the fate strings kind of coalesce.
And they indeed do, as they seem to kind of fling outward, almost like a fountain. She does the same as she opens her hand. It seems like all the strings seem to kind of like push out, as you can suddenly see more and more. You see thousands and thousands of strings piercing through the ceiling and into the pool at the center of the cavern. As she opens her hand, your fate strings all seem to kind of bend down, arcing towards her palm and sitting there. We are the source of your power. We wait for you, so that you may bring the stability that Thylea deserves. We are proud of you. You've come a long, long way. There's something that you need to know before you ask
God.
your question. I don't know who this god is.
God's with S.
Much better, much. See, okay, I can understand that now. Yeah. Okay.
Now you don't have to specify.
Oh, it's
That's
so much more understandable. Thank you for bringing it to my level.
yes.
It was you. You were supposed to die that day. In every single fate, every scenario, every alteration of the future, it was you who should have died. But we decided that that should not be your fate. We are responsible for your brother's death, not you. We made a choice. Ideally, we would have kept both of you alive. But you see, Sidon knew from something that his daughter had told him that from the Mithril Mountain, two of the prophesied heroes would one day descend to challenge his rule over Thylea. So he had sent out groups to search out those who possess the gift of sight. Your parents, when you were very, very, very young, had sought out the healers and the seekers, those with the gift. Because you and your brother were so gifted. You knew so much at such a young age. So naturally, Sidon's minions descended on you with torture. The blood of one had to be spilled so that they would not return and try to finish the job. So your brother had to die. Do you hate us now?
Oof. No.
That is good to hear. We do not shy away from the choices that we make. We desire. We claim them. We do not act like angry children, like these gods. Again, plural. Titans.
Yes. There's a lot. Yeah.
There's so many. We do take sacrifice, Lyra. And we will take sacrifice from you. Your eyes kind of look over towards the group, away from you. But we will not take your friends. After all, we are on your side. Everything we have done over the many years leading up to this moment has been in preparation for final resolution to this conflict. We have watched for 5 centuries as the peoples of Thylea bled. We say the Titan's time is over. Freedom from their draconic rule. What is the right word for that? Draconian. That's the right word for it, right? Yeah. Draconian rule has to stop. Like when you have a Dragonlords adventure, of course, everything
Right,
with
that's
dragons. We want you to be there when Sidon falls. Sacrifice him. This is a big task. Killing a Titan is not so easy. Not as easy as you might think in your youth and brashness. But that is the task that we have assigned to you and are willing to support you in accomplishing. Are you willing to do this, Lyra? Or should we seek another?
I mean, the plan was already to kill Sidon, so think that's going to be an issue.
Is that a yes or a no?
So yeah. Mm-hmm.
Your question or your request, Lyra?
I've learned so much in such a short amount of time.
/Lordon.
I will open my other hand and coalesce more fate strings and add them to the group and look up at Desdemona and say, originally I started this path following you and serving you to bring back my brother. But don't think that that is the case anymore. I have more people that I need to protect, and I can't do that without more control. So I need more power, more influence of the loom.
There is a piece, the loom, as she looks upon it, is missing. A piece is small, almost insignificant. If you were to retrieve it from the lair, the lotus weed, we could richly reward more. So make your way to Indigo Island, slay her, sacrifice her, and bring us the last missing. Get that dog maggot out of here. I'm not going to say it again.
Who even puts a dog face on a maggot? Anyways.
It's just that, okay, listen, Yanari, we had talked about this. This is disturbing. Come on. Are you willing to do this? And claim your reward?
Yeah.
I suggest that when you return, you bring us a sacrifice. You will, in particular, enjoy. Why don't you bring Gaius here and sacrifice him at the pool? Interrogate him all the way from yonder. You know what to do.
I'll just bow.
She kind of nods her head towards you as well. She looks towards Estrella. What is running through Estrella's mind, and like what is happening inside of and outwardly from Estrella?
As everyone goes up, Estrella watches them very carefully. And nobody's asked her what she has to ask, but that's kind of part of what she wants to talk about. So she just is watching, quietly observing.
So you kind of like look around the cavern, seeing what seem to be motes of light, almost like stars, just spangled across this beautiful banner. But as you're I don't know why I had to go there. My brain is weird, y'all. But as you look across this cavern, it almost reminds you of the night sky. As you step closer towards her, kind of past Lyra, shoulder to shoulder, Lyra kind of being turned inward. What is her outward expression right now?
She's overwhelmed, and she looks like she has a new goal, but also she's scared of what the outcome will be. So she looks like resolute, but also terrified.
You see that terrified face walking past you, Astray, as you step forward. You look up towards the...
I'll just put my hand on her shoulder and Druid craft like a warm effect from my hand and just smile at her.
What are those
And then
called?
keep-
Heat packs or whatever? What,
Yeah.
Icy hot?
Icy hot.
Yeah. No, not icy hot. Like a you know
Yeah,
what you craft.
just like a heating. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's different. That's like not
Yeah.
as cozy. It's a cozy warm.
I'll just like do that where you just kind of lean your head on their shoulder. And I'll just keep walking back to the group.
Ah, Estrella. The pawn of so many. I am sorry. The other two go, sorry. I apologize. I'm sorry for the way you have been treated from the day of your birth. So much potential. Because of people's fears, you have been kept locked away. You became nothing more than a naive child. And you should be a strong woman. So now you stand here before us, being tucked into two different directions. Gods and titans trying to pull you this way and that. Are you a pawn? Are you so naive to let them do this to you?
I have seen in my dreams great abilities. The ability to see the future and then change the present. I have seen great columns of white flames at my fingertips.
You see the two excitedly. Yes. You see Desmona kind of put her hands up, quieting them both down. Then my messages have arrived. The day that your mother locked you in your gilded cage, I tried to show you the things that you could be. Dreams. I tried to show you the potential that you could have. Sidon. The patronizing, chauvinistic titan that he is. Things you will spring for the promise of becoming a queen at his feet. Valos, the goddess of wisdom, meanwhile seems to think that she can use words to entrap you and point a dagger towards any target that she chooses. Before you ask your question or make a request, Estrella, I ask you, what do you want? Who do you want to be, Estrella?
I no longer want to be naive. I want to understand the ways of the world and its creatures and its people, and I want the power to stand before Sidon and be a force to be reckoned with. I'm tired of being seen as a child.
Are you willing to do what is necessary to this power? Only a child believes that power is something easily attained. There always will be blood. There will always be someone who wants to take power from you. There will always be someone who will want to see you dead to take your power. Are you willing to become an adult? To leave behind your naivete?
These dreams, they are not dreams at all. They are visions of a possible future, my destiny. And I believe I don't have much of a choice in the matter because I have seen what I need to become in order to help my friends win this battle.
Estrella, fate and futures are always a choice. You can choose to stay the little girl that you have played your entire life, or you can take the other road towards power. It's a choice. Are you willing to?
I don't want to be a little girl anymore.
Then make your request, Freya.
I would like to become the person I see in my dreams. To have those powers.
Come here. She beckons you to step up the natural stone stairs towards her.
I do.
Trembling somewhat, you kind of start stepping up. Her sandals echoing within this wet cave. The two hags to each side of Desdemona seem to get more and more ecstatic and excited. Desdemona, however, is still calm, imperious. As you step towards her, maybe 2 heads below her, she kind of grabs your cheeks. Prepare yourself. You are strong. You are who you are meant to be. She reaches, seemingly just within these drab green cloaks around her. Suddenly she pulls out what seems to be a dagger of sorts. Dirk waving back and forth, except its edge is ever moving. It seems that there's fate strings actually coming out of the hilt of this bone pommeled dagger. It seems that the fate string itself reaches for you, detaches itself at the edges and then becomes sharper, detaches itself and becomes sharper as she starts to carve into your flesh. It does not hurt.
Do we stop? Do we stop her?
I mean, she's not screaming, so like, I think she's doing some magic, not so much like killing her. Like, she seems like she wants it.
That line of thinking can get you in trouble.
That's right.
Problematic.
It's true.
No, she
Yeah.
like puts out her arms to like allow, her reach all the spots she needs to reach. So.
Consent and weird ritual performances is still a good thing to all the DMs out there, period. All right.
Okay.
As the weird fate dagger starts to seemingly cut into your flesh. It's really just passing through your skin, but Estrella, you watch as each incision is extremely precise, seems to cut through your studded leather armor and pulls back out. You can see the exposed parts of your skin starting to glow. The constellations that seem to shimmer and shift across your skin start to go unsteady, seem to wash out, blur, and dim. And there's just this pale white skin left. However, you see dozens and dozens of glowing golden runes, seemingly fate strings, come to life and attach themselves to your skin, glowing off of you. Lastly, you have to open your eyes. She kind of cocks your head gently back, has the dagger pointing downward, and with 2 quick stabs, seems to pierce into Estrella's eyes. Once again, there's no screaming, no pain for you, Estrella, but blurred vision as you kind of like have to kind of step back, and she lets go of you but holds you steady so you don't fall down the stairs. You kind of go down the stairs, and as you open your eyes back up, Estrella, would you like to describe what your eyes now look like?
Yep. So as I open my eyes, everything is really bright, and I just first kind of pull Lyra into focus, and through like the veil of dark lashes, you can just see white. And then as I open my eyes, both of my eyes, there's no irises anymore. They're just completely white. Sort of a dull shine to them at the moment, but not just flat white. Sort of a almost a glowing white.
Bristol will just hold up, be like, "Can you see? Like, how many fingers am I holding up?"
I could see that before you put them in the air.
Oh, that's. I mean, that's kind of cool and weird in a little bit of a weird way, but it's pretty neat. Are you okay?
I think so. I
Okay.
think I'm more than okay.
I mean, that's good. It's good. I'm glad that you're good. What did you ask for? Did you ask to be?
I'll just look over my shoulder and I'll say, thank you.
You can indeed, and your vision has changed. For those of you that have ever read the Mistborn series, it's kind of like that. You see all of these potential moves kind of radiating out on all of your companions. You see Yanni passing out again. You see Lyra going, "No, that's my patron." You see all of these different kinds of potential futures and reactions all seemingly play out for like a half second before the actual reality within which you exist actually come to be. But as you turn towards the Fates, they're solid, singular, and not a single other option seems to split off of them. We have given you the sight to see into the future, child, to protect your friends. You will be able to keep them safe like you have never been able to before. You will be able to smite your foes. You will be able to choose the future that you desire. You are now a priestess of the Fates. We do expect sacrifice. You, Thylea, and you, Lyra, are now sisters in arms. We asking you, bringing an end to this war, to rid us of the Titans. Are you ready to do this?
Lyra just nods.
I look at Lyra.
Good. Yanni, you will have to
Yeah?
start crafting. The loom will be yours for 1 day,
Okay.
and it will take you 1 day to craft an item that will show you as the magnificent wizard that you will be henceforth known as.
Okay, great. But you're gonna help, right? Because I don't know what I'm doing.
What mother would I be if I didn't?
Yeah, still not sure how I feel about that, but maybe we talk while we work or something. I don't know.
The rest of you are welcome to come and go during this time. Your questions, though, have been asked. Your requests made. But it will be no more. None, the denizens of our domain, will assail you. But do not, I repeat, do not antagonize them, or they will defend themselves. Well then. Yanni, come over here.
Huh? Okay. Okay.
Alrighty. As Yanni kind of walks over, the maggot's like nyah, 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 kind of itching away from you. The four of you guys kind of stand around. Splurge just goes, hold up, so Yanni's gonna get a cool item? You got a whole, like, I mean, it's like cool look and all, so you okay?
The
Straight
word
up.
you're looking for is glow up.
Yeah, what my bodyguard said.
I've never done better. Thank you, Brotus.
Okay. Alright. Yo.
So you feel fine? That was all. I mean, you put your hands up, so like it seemed like you were fine. It was just a little violent, right? I mean, there was a knife and everything.
Everything is dancing.
I don't know if that's good or bad, right? That could be taken either way. But if it's good, then I'm happy for you. Like, it sounds like you're a priestess of the fates now. That's kind of cool. So
Okay,
if that's
let's
what
see
you
I
want,
can do.
yeah. I mean, do you think you had like new powers and stuff? I mean, I guess if you're a priestess of the fates, I mean that would kind of make sense.
What I have seen in my dreams is beyond imagining. I feel very different.
That's pretty awesome then. I'm
Thank you. I'm gonna look at Lyra, and in your head, you hear.
Not again.
So what's about you, Lyra? You can respond to this message.
For sure they have that
Might have
trademarked at this point.
I was gonna say they might have that trait.
Well,
No, we're gonna get sued.
well, you can. It's part of the spell.
Yeah, I
Let's say that you actually she seems to pull at one of the weird runes across her skin and pulls out this thin wire. It seems to actually just be a fate string that she wraps around, and she seems to kind of speak into her hand as you hear it in your mind.
it's one of those cup things that's got a string in between it.
Spaghetti?
Talking
You
to
have to
the
actually
cup.
yeet it to the person. Oh, well,
Yes,
shit!
yeah.
God damn it.
Here, hold this.
It kind of ruins the point of the.
My powers are super magical. Hold this soup can.
We're just carrying soup cans wherever we go.
Listen, put it up there.
God, what would she say? Just be careful. That's all she says.
So, Yanni, you, that's your mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Standing right here next to me, showing me how to use the loom. Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of walked up next to you. He's like, "Hey, Mama, Yanni." She kind of looks at him, smirks, as she's kind of like describing how it works. Can we talk to him for one moment? Is that okay? Just lost the process here, you know, family craziness. I would know. Yeah. He goes, sure. But don't forget, Yanni, the sand is running.
Yeah. Make it quick, bro.
Just
Let's
come
go.
on over here, buddy. Go on, you know, let's just chat.
Yeah. Okay.
And these guys are walking. It's just like, yo, what the fuck, Yanni?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still processing. It's crazy. I'm kind of just ignoring it and hoping it'll go away. But I know that's not going to last very long. But that's kind of my approach to get through the next 24 hours.
Well, I don't want to make a significant character choice in terms of roleplay for Odyssey. You're talking about his trauma with his father. But I mean, if you ever want to talk, man, I mean, I'm probably not the best person for that. I don't know. Estrella has a really traumatic ass fucking family too. Maybe talk to her. Weird mom.
Sure.
Mommy issues, you know. I don't have those.
No, I mean, we're going to go save yours. But, no, thanks for checking in.
I gotta check on my bodyguard. Am I right?
I gotta get this thing done. And so I'm just kind of like not really thinking about it. Although it's gonna be hard not to probably have some conversations with her while we're doing this.
Right. All right. Well. Cool. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Thanks.
Yep. Yeah, you got it, man.
Yeah. Maybe bring me some of that pick me up stuff later because it's gonna be a long night.
Oh, pick me up stuff.
Yeah, I don't know what they call it.
No. We don't. It's not allowed in the coliseums and gladiatorial arenas anymore. It's very
No,
illegal.
not that. Like the drink. I don't. We called it coffee in Arigia, but I don't know.
Oh, yeah. You don't want to be juicing. That's okay. I'm gonna walk away now.
I mean, what fruit are we juicing?
No, just don't worry about it. He kind of mutters under his breath as he walks away from you.
Okay. Trick back over.
Right, Yanni, splish, splash, splish. You go back over. As she does describe, essentially, you do feel that this loom has immense magical powers with it. You feel the tingling in your hands. She describes the motions that you need to make to send the I want to call it a boat. I know it's not a boat. What is it?
Shuttle.
Shuttle back and forth, and you can feel suddenly as fate seems to be kind of coalescing down in your mind's eye. What do you see?
It's kind of like a toga like he's always worn, but it's made of like the finest quality fabric, like 6 billion thread count Egyptian cotton or something. And
6 billion.
You touch it and you just melt.
Yeah, I mean, it's but it's like got like thread of gold accents. Still has the purple sash part to go with it, but that also is like super glammed up. It has longer sleeves though than the normal tunic, so that he can do like the whole hide my hands in the sleeves while I stand there thing. And
Is that what it looks like? It's kind of like boop, boop. You kind of just like collects this down.
Yep. And it also has the hood that he can pull up. Be all mysterious.
It's a style that you've seen, now that you think about it, in different modifications throughout the academy. And as you start weaving and kind of thinking of that, suddenly you can see the very bottom of it is starting to kind of send it back and forth. You do get the sense, yeah, this will actually take you a day to complete, but as you send it back and forth, it's almost like a 3D printer. You can see layer upon layer of the bottom of this starting to take shape. As you do, you're standing next to your hag mommy. What does Yanni ever just go like, so
before I go down this path, I'm thinking about how much concentration is this going to take? Like, can we talk while we do this?
Of
Or is that gonna
course
screw
we
things
can.
up?
It's simply weaving together some fate, huh?
So it seems. So why? Why did you kill my family? Why did you rebirth me?
Seems I had already answered the question of yours, Yanni.
But why me?
It's still a question. She kind of lets go of the magic as she motions for you to pick it up, and you kind of start doing the motion back and forth instead.
This isn't a ask the fates question. This is a ask the woman who just said she's my mom question.
Your mind was so sharp from the first day that you could walk. Yanni, I think you put it best. You are a self-fulfilled prophecy. You see, when Versi first heard about the prophecies, which was many, many years after Luteria had first heard of the prophecies, Versi had told Sidon in confidence that there would be a group of heroes, he called it. Sidon, thinking of them more as interlopers, would attempt to topple their power and reign in a new age. Sidon began his preparations, like the rational, power-hungry titan that he is, and kept that information from Luteria. Luteria, though, learned of this eventually. And so she sought to find as much as she could in terms of information. She went to Versi's temple, disguised. She asked about there's a lot of sandboxiness to it. Yeah, they're at a spot that you guys certainly can reach, but
I think it's funny that the person who died is the person that's making the graph for us that makes the table.
Yes, that's amazing. That's funny. His name is also Jay. All right, we're back. Sorry, we were just talking about Polyhedra. One of the other games is also an Odyssey game, and we have a community graveyard, and somebody just died. So, yeah. In another Odyssey game. So, she goes. So Versi told her that one of the prophesied heroes would bring her end. Luteria understood this to mean her death. She attacked Versi and stormed out of the temple. She came to us that day. We made a deal that we would kill your family and devour you. For it was the only way that we could guarantee that you would still live. If we did not agree to these terms, someone else would. Sooner or later, you would die. We didn't want this. I can see the argument to be made that what we did was cruel, and a better way may have been there, but the ways of the Titans are not soft and gentle. You know this, Yanni. You've seen what Luteria is capable of.
Yeah, I've been hitting the head with plenty of good shit.
So, we believe this her time. She has taken everything from you. And yes, we were her tools. We do not shy away from the responsibility. Do you hate us for this?
I don't know. I mean, you could have just left me dead and you didn't, so there's that.
It did take...
So I guess thanks for that.
It did take a bit of power to create you. Usually...
Pumped a little more in so I could be tall, or at least average.
Well, you see, since we consumed you at such a young age, you ended up being what you are. Alive is the most important part.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take that over not.
Agreed.
Can you tell me about my real family? Do you know what my birth name was?
Does it matter?
I don't know. I don't know if the name matters, really, to be honest. But I kind of want to... I don't know. I feel like this is the first time in my life I've had a chance to know anything about my family. And I feel like maybe I should mourn them, but I don't know them.
Do you trust me? That's
I
fair.
think I have to at this point.
No,
I think I have to at this point.
you have to do nothing, Yanni. You choose
I
your
think
path.
for my sanity, I have to trust you at this point. I think if I don't, then my whole existence comes into question.
I don't think it is time yet. I think that once you killed Luteria and enabled your two friends and protected Straya and Lyra to sacrifice her body, you return to Mitros, the man that you were always meant to be, slayer of a titan. Then you will be ready. So before you do, return to Mitros. Come to us, and I will tell you what your birthright was supposed to be.
Okay. Okay, that's fair. Gives me something to look forward to other than a Luteria-free existence.
Which will be pleasant.
I think so, yeah. Seriously, I don't want to have to wash goat shit out of my hair again.
Agreed. Speaking of, she kind of wiggles her hand as the, essentially digitates a little bit of the weird goo out of your hair.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, been a little distracted.
How goes the studies with Nomad?
I'm not even surprised you know about that. I am a little surprised that when I met with Damon, he didn't tell me any of that stuff about... Well, no, I'm not. Why would he? He didn't. But, yeah, I need to talk to Nomad a little bit more. But yeah, I mean, I'm still learning stuff for sure, figuring a lot of stuff out. I had some time at the academy a couple weeks ago, and that really helped me like take a different approach rather than like fly by the seat of my pants all the time.
Hmm.
So,
Good.
or toga, I guess, as the case may be. But yeah, it's. I think it's coming along. I mean, I never would have guessed 6 months ago that I'd be able to use magic at all, much less, well, other than what I guess I inherited from you. But yeah, I just never guessed that this would have been an option, and now I've done things that I didn't even know could be done. So yeah, there's that.
Like I said, we are proud of you. You've come such a long way. Well done.
Thanks. Am I doing this right?
Well, we're going to have to. She kind of waves her hand, and suddenly, like 15 lines of the stuff seem to just unravel and disappear. She redoes it.
Sorry, I was a little distracted.
Yes. It was a lot of poop, and I think I saw blood on the face of what looked like the beginning of Thylea. You do have to keep your mind somewhat focused.
Gotcha.
Alrighty. As Yanni and Desdemona continue, and Damon is going to curse me for having introduced this motion for the last 15 minutes of RP. The rest
are going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Your conducting career. Which is like, it was like a American Psycho vibe to it then. But as you guys now have free roam, it appears there are many tunnels that do offshoot off of the central cave that you guys are in, or as she has mentioned, you guys could pass back through the water to get back to the island that you were on.
I'm kind of busy, so it's up to you guys.
We do have to wait for the demon guy, right? Probably outside, one of us at least.
Oh yeah.
Well, Rhoda, since you're not here, do you want to wait outside for the demon guy?
I mean, I guess I could do that, but I mean, it would be nice, you know, somebody came with.
Guess we'll go with him then.
Oh,
Alright, that's good.
Alright.
Alright, let's go.
I did a lot more damage in that combat than you did. Just gonna point that out.
Hey, I still killed one, even though I was like, you know, like crazy in the mind.
Okay, I mean, yeah. As they start walking towards the pool, Estrella, Lyra, do you guys want to stay within the cave complex?
I was gonna, yeah.
I would like to try to collect some like of the like dragon bones or like any kind of bones or anything I might find
You step
loose.
You step around and you see that there are no dragon bones loose. You see that the it's weird. The ribcage is cemented into the stone of the floor of the cave, and there's nothing there. There are loose rocks. If you'd like, you could certainly grab that.
Just like regular old rocks.
Yeah, it seems like it seems to be an extremely tough type of rock. You can't quite put your finger on it.
Okay, sure, I'll take a few of those.
Has inventory noises, you know, because you're like opening your inventory, putting something in, back down.
Gotta rearrange it, sort
Yeah.
everything.
Suddenly it starts coming from the top and you have to kind of like readjust it to make it fit.
The worst. Throw out the junk so that there's even rows. You can't have an extra thing.
There's just like
Yeah.
tie item rations,
Yeah.
just ration upon rations falling on the ground.
Yeah, and I think Estrella is just, you can see her like she'll like look at her hand and like the fingertips will start to turn black and then it'll like disappear. She's just kind of like learning her new powers.
You actually see the dark-skinned fate kind of starting to creep towards you. Oh. Kind of points towards the ceiling as you look up, where before you just saw these motes of light in the ceiling. It actually is now hundreds and thousands of strings that seem to be kind of pointing inward, almost like fuzzy pelts reaching towards the middle pool.
All right. I will go towards the pool.
Step towards the edge. You can look up, and you can now, as you kind of lift up your hands, you can see those strings quickly shoot down towards your fingers and kind of coalesce there. She goes, got it. She kind of steps up next to you. She produces an obsidian edged dagger, so no more of the just like see-through weird thing, and stabs down towards her own arm. As you see black blood starting to drip down. It actually drips upon one of those weird maggot creatures as it just like, and it's like xenomorph style as it starts to cut into and sizzle into the flesh. The creature seems to just die of this weird acidic effect. She kind of holds her forearm out for you. She points towards the fate string in your hand and then towards the wound.
You want me to put it on your wound? All right. I will pull it towards her wound.
As you do, go ahead and cast a healing spell of your choice.
Okay. I'll cast a good old Cure Wounds.
Well, it's not going to be good, not just good, and definitely not all. I can tell you that.
Okay.
As you pull it together,
Oh my God.
you suddenly see as the fate string just kind of seems to attach itself, and rather than, it's not like a suture that seems to stitch it shut. The fate string actually turns itself into flesh, into sinew and skin and bone, as it returns the arm more than just heal it. You actually see it re-stitch itself together, almost like time is turned back and makes that wound whole.
I'm gonna hold my arm out to her.
She kind of holds up the dagger expectantly with like a wicked smile upon her, very toothy face. Sorry,
I just
toothy
nod.
maw.
Thank you, Matthew Mercer. I'll just nod and
She-
gesture to my own hand.
She cuts into it as immediately you can feel the pain. Indeed, you can see your veins suddenly stand out black as the blade cuts into your body. Oh man, didn't think you'd hold out your own arm. Now I gotta roll shit. Shit.
It's gonna get dark, man. It's gonna get real dark.
It's gonna get dark. Alrighty, you, my dear prophecy cleric. I'm gonna have to drop.
That's so broken, that healing buff.
I know, it's
Yes, it is unbelievable. I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw as you take 13 points of slashing damage.
Holy hell.
17.
Alrighty. You actually kind of fall unconscious as she kind of grabs you by the back of the neck and pulls you forward, kind of slapping you back awake, looking down, like pointing down towards your own wound. Do it.
Okay. I'll reach up and kind of watch them in my hand and then do the same. Place them on my wound. And they stitch up the skin, or not stitch up the skin, they actually become
Skin
skin.
again. Mm-hmm. Go ahead and cast Cure Wounds again. Just to show off how powerful that damn healer class is. Life Cleric, get the fuck out of here. Weak sauce. 18 healing with a level 1 Cure Wounds. That's right.
Rockin'.
never gonna die.
Right?
Much needed correction.
firewall. Fuck you. 8 points of damage. Yes, it. I like this very much.
She kind of puts the dagger back away.
I can pull them from anywhere. Thank you.
She kind of like almost like weirdly amorphically kind of turns her body and starts to kind of like walk back in like this weird twitchy movement towards the loom, and then kind of like disappears behind it. Lyra, you watched it. Sorry, Estrella.
Yeah, I was
Estrella
100%.
first, and then we'll see what Lyra thinks
That's
about
all.
the
I'm just Estrella is just fascinated. She's just like touching, like kind of Avatar style. She's just like touching all the fate strings and watching them, like, you know.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that I was just kind of standing, not far, but just kind of watching, because I can see the strings too. So
I'll smile back at Lyra. Oh. You have been able to see these this whole time.
yeah, it's a bit overwhelming at times.
Beautiful.
Deadly.
Deadly, we will meet where we are going. Did they tell you what you wanted to know?
They told me a lot, which is kind of their MO.
There is a beauty to their strangeness. Don't you think?
I think that everything they do, they do for who they're helping, but also for themselves. And that's something that we have to keep in mind.
These sacrifices. What do they require?
I guess that's really a morality question, isn't it?
Have you sacrificed something before?
Not physically, I guess. But I, have devoted this whole thing to them. Why I started doing this, so they've definitely taken up a chunk of my entire being.
I will help you. We kill enemies every day. Those that we can sacrifice.
I mean, they promise not to hurt you guys, at least, so just have to take what I can get for the time being.
You are modest about your powers. Why?
Fear?
Do
Fear.
not be scared. I will keep you safe. I can do it now.
Lyra will just I'll hold out my hand and add my fate strings back to the group. And I think if Estrella doesn't do anything, I'll just stay like that for a while. Like a solid, like where it starts to get almost kind of uncomfortable, like a solid 10 minutes of just standing there and weaving between all the other fate strings.
Yeah, and I'll just watch her and also sort of like test out, sort of get like a feel for everything I can do. It like comes in visions, and I'm getting used to this new way I can see. It's almost like 3D. You know, it's like three different things, like green, yellow, red, or whatever. You know what I mean, like 3D. So she's just kind of acclimating herself. Yeah.
And I'll help, of course.
Yeah, she just seems very different. Like there's a calmness about her. So she just seems very different. There's definitely a serenity. A little bit creepy serenity, but a serenity.
Yeah, a glimpse in the future will do that to you. For some people, it presents itself as mood swings.
Alrighty. Because it's been a hot second, and I think I've definitely seen some of the signs. Let's take a quick potty break here, be right back, and see what else might be in store within the caverns of the Fates. Everyone, we'll see you guys here very, very shortly. It'll be like a quick 5-10 minute break. See you guys soon. All right, and we are back. If you have missed it, this group just went and met the Fates of Thylea. The Fates, it appears, have had their sinuous little fingers in many a pots all across Thylea. It appears that they were indeed responsible for the death of Yanni's family, though it was that or murdering literally the entire family, including Yanni. Yanni being spared by being swallowed by Desdemona, the lead fate, it appears. Lyra was also fated to die, but the fates decided against that, making sure that she would survive, though still at the cost of her brother. Estrella, the pawn who had been pulled in many a direction by many of the big players all across Thylea, having been turned into a priestess of the fates, now holding much more power in her hands. And Brissa gets just the location that she can go to because she wants to get cool shit. Speaking of, what do Brissa and Rhodas, as you guys kind of teleport again through the pool, you guys step outside, you can still see the signs of the combat where you guys fought these fiendish creatures. You can see where their bodies kind of wasted away into this weird sludge upon the ground. He kind of goes, but you're like, okay in the old brain pan there, right?
Yeah. I mean, still have a slight like headache, but other than that, it was all good.
I don't know. I think that ether inside your body, Yanni sometimes talks about this. He says anatomy or something like that. I don't know. He likes studying it with the pretty gals at the academy. But like, what is it? Are you sure you're okay? You seemed real bad. You didn't even recognize Scylla. Which, by the way, Scylla kind of like bounds up towards you. It appears that she wasn't sent through the portal when that happened.
Oh, pet Scylla. But yeah, no, it's just I don't really if there's side effects, I guess we'll see in the end. But I feel fine. But like I said, besides the headache, it's all good.
You're okay, Scylla.
Yeah.
Scylla kind of looks up towards you.
Just keep on doing scritches and say, hey, yeah, I'm okay.
Smells around and kind of like goes for your coin purse and kind of starts nudging up against it.
I don't have a lot of money, but I guess.
Snacks. I'm so hungry. And she gives you like dragon puppy dog eyes.
I guess I'll give her another gold piece.
Yeah.
All right. Down to 3. All right.
When the doggy treat bag is getting real empty, and you're just like, oh shit.
You're the one we shouldn't have to tell this to, but pets are expensive.
Yeah, they are.
For those not in the know, Alex basically runs a petting zoo in his house and backyard.
It's true. I have a lot of pets.
I mean, I thought we were gonna fight them. I'll be honest. I was a little worried that you were gonna be out of that fight because you were gonna miss the whole thing. It was nice. It was nice that we didn't fight. Yes.
Yeah, it's good. It sounds like we're gonna have to kill the Lotus Witch. Then we also have Gaius' location now too. So now we can go to Gaius, and get their part, and then we can go, kill the dragon that killed your mom. Or
yes. I mean, I definitely want that. All right. I don't want to say this in a way that makes me seem like I'm scared. I just want to make it clear. I don't get scared. I'm a little.
Sounds like you're scared.
I'm a little. Shut the fuck up, Lyra. It sounds like this Lotus Witch is kind of a arch nemesis of some sort with these relics. Is that what Yanni called them?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's fine. It will be fine.
Though, you see what she did with the rose that Estrella gave her. Also, with Estrella, does she seem weird to you? Just a little. Well,
I mean, her eyes are definitely something to behold now, right there. I mean, it's a little different looking at them, but I think it'll be okay as long as Estrella's happy, right? That's fine. Right? It sounds like they have some cool new powers and stuff like that, right? So who knows?
Okay.
You worry too much, Frodis. I think we'll be fine.
Hey,
Go,
listen,
go.
all I'm saying is we need a safe word with all of these, magic folk in there. Getting real good. Look at us. We're kicking ass. We're slashing things in half. We're pelting things and cutting off heads. These guys can did you see Estrella made a whole lightning and Lyra's like pew 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 with all of those fate strings, and I mean Yanni slows people down. It's like aren't you worried?
Worried about what?
They wanted to just they could just be like, you I choose you to be Dedaru. Like that.
I don't think they're gonna betray us. I think we're safe, Rodus. I think we're
Okay,
good.
okay. I mean, it's just look, the first thing they teach you in bestiary school is that you go for the casters, right? If they have them on the other team, you immediately it's just instilled a healthy amount of respect in me for them. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think they're gonna betray us or anything. I mean, Lyra might do something silly to get us killed, right? But that's just Lyra.
I mean, that's
Lyra,
definitely going to happen. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's probably going to get another god killed, and not one of the bad ones either.
Yeah. I mean,
Who do you think it'll
that's
be?
fair.
I bet you 3
I don't
gold
know.
pieces. It's gonna be. I want it to be my dad.
My bet's Vulcan.
Absolutely, it's gonna be Pitor.
The Lyra said, "Shut up!" And he yells like a younger brother down the hallway.
She's gonna ask Vulcan to make something crazy. Vulcan will try it, and then it'll just explode in his face, and then he'll just die.
I don't want my granddad to die too. I mean, I just met the guy. I don't know what to tell the guy.
Yeah. I don't really know. I didn't know my granddad.
Who's your granddad?
I have no idea.
Well, you never talk about your family. Who's your family?
Oh, look at the dragon over there.
No. You saw the shit show that is my father deep inside of 2 barrels at the same time. That sounded wrong. Okay, but come on, tell me a little bit about yourself. Who is Brissa the Dragonlord?
Just dives into the water. I don't know.
He just puts his hands on his head, just Silent kind of rubs up against him. You're kind of cute. Your owner's kind of. You gotta, work on that. Bold. As Brissa pushes back out of the water, the Stray and Lara going all Avatar mode with the fate strings and shit like that. Yanni's off doing that. Brissa, you suddenly step out as they're deep within the fate strings. What do you say?
She'll just slowly back into the water and just be like, they're busy. I'm just gonna go back to Rodus.
You see, Rodus just kind of go okay, no, sit, no, keep the tail down, no, stop turning around, no, that's dead, that is dead. I said sit. Yeah, that's the one. And chucks a gold piece towards her. Oh hey, so your dad, huh?
Yeah, they all died in a horrible fire when I was young.
Make me a deception check.
Oh, mister.
10.
I'll make this public, just for posterity's sake.
He believes
That
me.
is
Yes.
awful.
Yeah, there's a horrible raging fire, right? And then
No.
we were orphaned. It was so sad, so very very sad.
I can't believe that Vulcan would just chuck you into lava. That's the worst thing that it could do to you. I mean, that's just, come on, man. He could have anything but fire. Come on.
I mean, I was dead for it, so at the same time, does it really matter?
True.
It's not like I was alive.
Hey,
I mean,
so when I died, it's weird. What happened? Was there, hypothetically speaking, was there anything that happened to you when you died?
when I died?
Oh.
I think I saw Thylea for a little bit, but then it ended really quickly.
Yes.
Yeah.
too. Yes. Oh man. Oh, we're gonna be fine. We're
Yeah,
fine.
it'll be fine. It'll be good.
You're so worried. I can see it. Yeah.
It'll be alright.
All right. As we cut away from those two, anything else that you guys want to accomplish upon the Isle as Yanni finishes up the balloon? Hey, Yanni.
Huh?
Focus. Look, you added. What is this? We call it the Gatling gun. No. Judy erases it off of the rope.
It's an M134.
No, not in this timeline.
Oh, that was a dream. I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm talking about. They were mounted in the doors of these flying creatures that had wings that spun in circles.
Maybe I should swallow you again, just to be sure.
He says, I don't do well when I don't get my sleep.
But for anything else that you guys want to explore while you're here?
Oh, and it came back. Oh, we were gone for a second.
I kind of want to explore the tunnels that are in here. Estrella, do you? I mean, this is kind of like our second home. So, do you wanna?
Absolutely.
Cool.
Alrighty. As you guys start roll me. Whoever rolls it first, roll me a d10.
Okay, it's me.
Always a
Uh-oh.
good
Okay.
3.
3. Okay. So you wander for hours throughout these tunnels that seem to kind of crisscross and connect you, come back onto openings that overlook this blasted looking limestone that extends outward for miles and miles. As you go back inside and you go up further, it seems like some of these places seem to have hexagonal shapes, like little pillars that were pushed up and kind of came to rest. Much darker stone and the deeper reaches within the center of the island, it seems, as the screaming and moaning that is reverberating through the halls gets louder and louder. You guys are getting further and further down. Both of you guys, and especially, well, you with your high passive perception, Estrella, notice that smell seems to change. There's an irony quality to it. And a little bit of sulfuric brimstone. You descend further and further. As you guys walk these tunnels, you ultimately come upon a crossing, a fork, that appears to be occupied. You hear two creatures speaking back and forth, and at first you think, because it is a language, that these are humanoids. But as you look at them more closely, you see two robed figures, robes of the make and material you've never seen before. It seems to be this almost wet-looking material that is kind of shining back light, as it seems to be coming down from a tunnel, maybe 30 or 40 feet behind them. You see big pointy ears, fur, growing upon them. You can see long snouts that turn white and have a black nose at the tip. You can see that both of them carry these large briefcases under their arms, so they kind of go back and forth, speaking a language that, let me double check.
Languages are random. Celestial, Common, Draconic, and Sylvan.
You don't.
I speak Abyssal. All those, but also Abyssal, and not Draconic.
It seems that not the entirety of what they're saying is Abyssal, but they're throwing some Abyssal words in every once in a while. Go to make me a perception check to just kind of like see how much of it you understand. As you guys are trying to like stay around the corner without necessarily being seen.
I'm going to call upon a string of fate to guide me and make sure that I can see what I'm looking for. 25, don't even need it.
Alrighty. You You get bits and pieces that seem to speak of army, preparation. You hear Mitros. You hear assault, destruction, battalions, paid, when. As these Fox men, for that is what they appear to be, kind of wind down, they kind of chuckle to themselves as they start walking down that hallway that seems to be giving off this weird reddish light.
I'm going, Lyra, you hear in your head, they are speaking in broken language, but about an attack on Mitros and a battalion being paid? Are they coming towards us?
No, they're essentially walking away from you guys.
I'll just reply. Valis told me that they were preparing for an attack. We knew that was coming.
From who? These. They
Did Valis say who was?
Sidon, yeah. You guys know that Sidon's
That's what I
forces
thought. I
and
just
ships,
couldn't
yeah.
remember.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Would Sidon's forces be mustering here? Why would the Fates harbor them? They hate Sidon.
Unless. You said it's just like a red glowing.
Yeah, you can
And
see
it
it
smells
reflecting
like
off of
sulfur and brimstone.
Yeah.
I'll just say it feels less Sidon and more Lutheria, which worries me more about their relationship.
Right, they hate Lutheria even more, do they not?
I don't know if the Fates necessarily hate anyone.
Do we follow them or... Actually, wait a minute. Pause, please. I need to read my clairvoyance spell real quick. Be right back. A focus worth 100 gold pieces? Do I need that?
If it says that, yes.
Okay.
Yep, unfortunately. And I think clairvoyance, you have to have seen the place you're trying to put it.
Well,
Yeah.
I would put it like, well, I don't know how far. I was thinking of putting it. Like,
Oh, you were just gonna put it like further down the hall. Gotcha.
Yeah, but
You know
I
what?
realized.
I'll count that the Antiquitera, which you do have to attune to, can count as that.
Okay, cool. Shoot this out again. And I create an invisible sensor within range in a location familiar to you. So I'm looking at it. Are they walking down the hall away from us, down an empty hall?
No. As you kind of, the fate strings seem to coalesce, turning invisible, and you suddenly, for fun's sake, Estrella, if you're cool with that, you can suddenly see a third eye opening up upon Estrella's head. As you can now see the sensor also looking down, you see these two figures walking down this tunnel that suddenly has like a shimmering, shifting edge upon it. It's almost like two worlds colliding. You can see the black stone reaching down and then becoming nothingness. It is disorienting, for there should be something. It seems like a cave opening of sorts, and you see a vast, orange-baked, blasted landscape. As far as the eye can see, in this case the sensor, you can just see what seems to be this reddish soil under a burning, foggy, musty-looking infernoscape. There's not a tree in sight, no water in sight. There's just destroyed buildings, shattered, rusted-looking metal that is just strewn across it. And as you look through, you can see that there seem to be floating pieces of rock with buildings upon them, chained to the ground, floating every so often there. So pretty much Arizona.
So yeah, I'll yeah, the third eye opens, my other eyes close. And then once I see that, I'll open my eyes and look over at Lyra and say, I do not know for sure, but they were speaking broken abyssal, and it looks as though they are shifting from this plane to a hellscape.
As she describes it in detail, both of you guys make me a history check.
Oh wait, I'm good at that. Hold on. Oh
Hey?
no, I'm not good at that.
Are you? Are you?
We have the same modifier. We're both kind of good at that. Wow.
If you recall, the first day I played Other Estrella, I was good too, so hopefully this lasts. But 15.
Lara, you're like, yeah, I don't know. You're like, I don't know.
It's okay. I have an idea too.
Estrella, though, you, in your bookishness, have certainly read about theorems of other planes of existence, worlds that lead far beyond even the Nether Sea where Lutheria resides. For this does not match the Nether Sea, the Nether Sea whatsoever. No, you do remember reading in Etnad's Inferno about a place called Hades. A place from which the original demons that now occupy the Nether Sea and torment the humanoids and other peoples and creatures of Thylea originally hail from. At least that is the theory of the Academy, or one.
Okay.
You know nothing else about Hades or what exactly might live there or whatnot. That's like the one thing that you kind of remember off the top of your head because the description, it was just so vividly explained in the book or the scroll that you were reading.
There is no chance the Fates do not know this is here. What does that mean?
I mean, it could mean a lot. I mean, their whole thing is souls. I guess what better connection than Hades? Don't really know what that means.
Do you think the Fates wish to take over Mitros and the other places after the war?
I don't think that having a tunnel to Hades necessarily means that they are pulling the strings.
Nice. Sorry, I was just imagining like you go to someone's house and you just go down in the basement like, oh, what the fuck is that? It's like, oh, that's just my tunnel to Hades. Just stay out of there. You're good.
Oh, whoa, don't go in that room. That's the red room. No bueno.
Yeah, don't go down there.
But if you do, there are consent forms on the left.
Yeah.
No king shaming here. Right on. Get it.
But yeah, just because they know the fate doesn't mean they control what the others do. So it might not be their plan, but it's definitely someone's plan. It's your dad. It's your dad's plan, or your granddaddy.
Interesting.
But I didn't know that he did concern himself with Hades either. So that's a new development.
Right. They seem to be sort of playing both sides of the field because they did not strike down the dragon and Crane when she came over the island.
You the Fates? You mean they absolutely play both sides of the field? Are you kidding me?
Oh, well. What? Oh, well. I am still learning, but
Right. Yeah.
they want us to kill Sidon and Luteria, do they not? So they can maybe become.
Right. I'm
in-
sure they have a reason.
That would make us very powerful.
It would make them very powerful.
Hmm.
But I guess, you know.
I
You know.
wouldn't mind taking Valis down a few pegs.
Trick. What?
She is rude to talk about someone when they are at the very table you are at. Everyone treated me like I was a fool. It was a mistake. I am not a fool. And I am no longer innocent.
Valis is one of the good guys.
She called me a pawn. And not to my face.
I mean, just because she has bad social skills doesn't mean.
I mean, I did not say we were going to sacrifice her. You know. we could
Okay,
talk about that
okay.
I just said take her down a peg.
Oof,
No?
yeesh, oof. Yeah, worried for a second. I thought I was gonna have to push you through this portal real quick.
No. Well, would be an interesting journey. Maybe. Anyway, want to keep exploring?
Yeah, we should probably just keep a mental note that this is here. It might be useful.
We should definitely keep a mental note about this. This I feel will be important to the ending of our story somehow.
I mean, is Hades where you go when your story like literally ends?
Probably if you give your soul to,
The Fates?
perhaps.
Mhm.
Yeah, so we might see each other there.
Yeah. Let's
You have
not think
great
about
hair.
that. Let's.
No humidity?
I don't know. It's really. I don't know. I get sweaty easily, and it's probably real hot down there, and
Right. We'll just keep it in mind then.
it smells like farts.
Well, I can't argue with that. So should we head back?
Yeah, let's get out of here before something walks through.
Are there any pieces of limestone or those pillars that are kind of broken off and cracked that I can take with me?
Really?
Okay, I will do that.
They're minerals. No, I'm just kidding.
And
As it,
even if there are bones that are not dragon bones, I would like to take those as well. Like if I see any.
interestingly, if no bones, you
Okay.
step through here. There's definitely no bones. At least in the tunnel itself. Walking into Hades could be different.
I see where you're going with this. Very nice try. I'm gonna not walk into Hades though. Thank you for the offer. Yep.
Larva ain't got no bones.
Alrighty.
I suppose I could go get you some bones if you really wanted some.
Well, I feel like I will need them to connect with the temple when we are not here. If I need to speak to the fates.
Oh, you can't just like. What up, guys?
I do not know them as well as you do.
All right. Well, real quick, because we're probably gonna sleep eventually. I got a spell slot left after that fight, so I will throw back to a spell that I haven't used in a long time. I will cast Block of Familiars. And just make a bunch of Fate String crows and send them through the portal. and have them collect any bones that they find.
All right.
Just real quick.
So good.
Let me check something real quick.
Or anything, because I can use that to scribe. Do it. Yeah.
Roll me a d20 plus nothing. Just kidding.
Okay.
1.
+1?
Yeah.
Channel divinity.
Yeah, it's too quick. But I rolled a 15.
They kind of fly out as you guys are moving. They ultimately return back to you, and more and more of those tunnels. In fact, there are other entrances to Hades that they discover throughout that.
Yeah, I would probably warg into their eyes too while they're out there, just to see.
No bones anywhere. The tunnels are weirdly clean. In fact, there's no signs of any kind of wildlife. Though on the flip side, there's quite a bit of traffic. You can see that a lot of these tunnels, the stones, almost like if you've ever been to like an ancient site or something like that, are completely smoothed out with footsteps for a long period of time.
Not even through the weird Hades tunnel? No bones in Hades?
Can you send them
Or
into
stones?
Hades?
Yeah, I was thinking, if there's no bones here, surely
Roll.
there's bones in hell.
Roll me a d100 for this one.
Any object would help me out. Get it.
God, 27.
So
Could
they
be
look
good,
up-
could be bad. Nobody knows with the D100.
They look about, and as they kind of like fan out, suddenly they collectively kind of sense a droning, as they can see these weird, not quite humanoid, but also not quite insectoid, something in between, kind of like 6 arms extending outward, these huge insectoid wings. A swarm of like these 4-foot tall weird insectoid creatures approaching towards that as they try to get the flocks. The flock tries to move away from them, but it seems like there's this weird swarm of aggressive creatures that moves in on them as they're trying to discover more in Hades.
Gosh.
Do you
Jeez
lead them back to you
Louise.
guys with the flock, or
No, I'm looking to see. Each familiar uses the same rules as a familiar conjured by fine familiar. I would just bamf them, like, out of existence. Bye.
okay? As they disappear, the droning of these creatures disappears from your mind as you just like describe the scene to Estrella.
Yeah, so no bones. But there were giant bug things, which I don't like. Not a fan of that. They were following my crows, so I got rid of them. So unfortunately, that will not be happening.
Right.
Surely we can find some bones somewhere, just not here, I guess.
It is alright. Maybe if you are with me, I will be able to talk to them through you.
I mean, we could try. Sure.
You guys head back towards the main pool. Okay, you guys are hopelessly lost. I'm just kidding. As you guys spend some hours here to get your way back. Brissa, as you and Rhodas are kind of sitting outside, doing whatever, trying to train Scylla to kind of do different things, you suddenly see 2 birds approach and then kind of land at the edge of the water. You guys kind of look at them. As you look back towards Scylla, Scylla's almost like getting ready to pounce on them. As you suddenly see one bird peck into the throat of the other. Like these crows. Keeps pecking away at it and then seems to start dragging it towards the pool. As a little blood of the bird kind of seems to disperse within the water. Suddenly, the crow that stabbed the other disappears. It's like towards the later parts of the evening. Brodus just kind of goes You saw that too, right? I didn't
That's
make.
so creepy. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Because Bristol will just go over to the crow and like pick it up. Yeah, she'll just pick it up. Yeah.
As you kind of do, you see it's mostly already kind of dissolved.
It's just a normal crow.
Yeah.
Oh, she'll toss it back into the pool then. Yeah, that was definitely weird. Definitely. I have no explanation for that one. You know, that's maybe that crow really wanted to talk to the fates. Who knows?
Yep. We need to get off of this place real quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
We switch back towards Lyra and Astoria as you guys are getting back into the hall. Yanni looks like probably about a third of the way through. Focus. As she kind of you see her put her hand out backwards, and suddenly through the pool, there's a bird that flies, and this crow lands upon her outstretched finger. As you guys round the corner and kind of step in, she looks over towards you, Astoria, and says, "Want its bones?" She looks up towards the crow, and as she focuses in on it, you suddenly see the crow kind of convulse and twitch as it seems to become more and more meager, more and more skinny. Like the flesh seems to be just kind of melting away from it, the skin sagging down, and then it falls to the ground, convulsing a couple more times, and then just pulls the wings in. As you see a desiccated, empty skin sack. The feather still kind of attached to it. She flicks her hand as this package of bird leather and bones, flies towards you and into your hands, Estrella.
I only wanted a way to communicate with you while we are not here.
Of course. And you now have it. Thank you for not assailing our guests. They travel through our halls. Thank you for listening. Now, Yanni, I see you're focusing on something else again. Come on, the loom. Back and forth. Back and forth.
This would be so much easier if we hadn't like spent all that energy fighting those beasties before we got in here.
Beasties. Oh, yes. Oh, Pascal.
Like you don't know. Like you didn't know an eon ago.
The evening stretches on as... Brizza, are you asking Rhodas and Sila to kind of like pet camp outside of the pool?
Yeah. I mean, Bristol will, be outside the pool and, set up camp there. I mean, she tells Rhodas if he wants to go in, he can go in if he's, being, a little scared.
I couldn't leave you out here by yourself. I mean, that would be, you'd be so scared all by yourself,
Yeah,
We could also go back to the ship. Could do that.
I mean, he said meet us here, so we have to kind of meet him here, right?
Okay.
He is a little late. I mean, I guess he said like 3 hours to like 24 hours, so yeah, I guess he still has time.
Yeah, numbers. I'm good at them. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, on the inside of the cavern, these maggots are starting to carry what seem to be chaises in like benches towards you, pulling away once they set it down. Please make yourselves comfortable. Yanni has more work to do.
Yeah, where's that coffee?
Still nothing from Ronas. He never came back. The evening passes as everyone gets a long rest except for Yanni.
Because that's how I roll. Or weeds, as the case may be.
No rest.
Gross. Terrible roll. Oh, that's cool though.
Alrighty. In the morning, Yanni is still kind of weaving back and forth as Desmona kind of says nice things to try to keep him awake. Rhodus and Brissa wake up to a kind of a knock upon the pole of the tent that you guys pitched, as the familiar curved horns of Pascal kind of peek through. Hello. Didn't interrupt, did I?
No, just just keep waiting for you. It's all good. It's all good. Just
Oh,
how was your travel? Did you
Oh.
find the metal?
well. And he kind of reaches behind him, and there's just this beautiful make when I join. Do do do.
He has horns, so he's more versus type.
He has additional handholds. Anyway, we're back. All right. That's... God damn it! There's so many bad jokes that I could make, and I choose not to. Aren't you proud? Anyways, so he goes. Well, I always keep my word. Don't forget about that. Congratulations.
Thank you. How do we contact you in the future if we want to hire your services?
I have a feeling that some of your companions will have the ability to do that here soon. If they don't already do have that, just have them send me a little word. I will be spending some time upon this world of yours.
Okay, maybe. Yeah, that's fair. How much are your services? Is it coins that you're after, or is it sacrifices? Right, these people want, or
Sacrifices.
I mean, that's what the hags want, right? So,
No, I'm more interested in physical goods, things that I can eat, really grind in.
Good to know. All right, so money.
Money's good. Gems are good. Diamonds, always diamonds. Magical items, artifacts, preferably. Anything rare.
All right, good to know. All right, yeah, we'll definitely, keep in mind if we need to win a war, I guess.
Better start saving up. From what I hear, and this is a free tip, I think this pot is about to start boiling real hot.
That doesn't sound too great, but we will definitely keep that, into consideration.
Of course. Well, I better be on my way. I'm excited to see what you put together with that piece of ore over there.
Yeah, it would be fun.
Otis, Rissa, stop. Have a wonderful day.
Does he know our name?
As he steps away from you guys, he kind of just flicks his finger and suddenly just burns bright hot red and then disappears from you. towards the later part of late morning. Well, actually, more like early, like middle-ish afternoon. Yanni, you're just like. You kind of look up. You see that the. Why do I forget the name? Shoot.
Shuttle.
Shuttle. Suddenly stops. It doesn't move back and forth. You try to move it, and it doesn't. As this mannequin just gently puts a hand on your back and says, "He's done."
Oh, yay.
You look up and you see this perfectly sized for you toga with different kinds of elements, scintillating, shining, almost like it is 3D coming off of the loom. As she says, "Go ahead."
It's a little high.
She kind of picks you up and is like, "Here you go, honey." No.
That's
But
okay.
as you grab it and kind of pull it off of the loom, fabric becomes real. It indeed is 8 Brazilian thread count. As you
Brazilian. Okay.
From the Brazil?
from the
What?
Brazil. If you don't get that reference, god damn it. But no, as you pull it off, you feel the softness, but you can also feel the power that seems to be imbued in it. And she says, "A gift from your mother, long overdue. Give her hell from us, Yanni."
I'd rather send her there.
We are agreed. You have overstayed your welcome. At this point, we need to ask you to leave. There are many
Okay.
things that need to be accomplished, and you have spent a day here that you have not spent elsewhere. We suggest that you make haste. We will be watching. And with that, we'll leave it here for this week's session. As, very importantly, all y'all are now level 10. Congratulations for that, first of all. I might have told those guys a little bit earlier, so their reactions are not quite as excited as they were a little bit earlier.
That's exactly
Um,
how we reacted the
yeah,
first time,
exactly.
David.
Whoa, oh my god. But as
Yay.
wow. You know what I totally did forget to announce the winner from last month's
Right.
giveaway.
Yeah.
I tell you what, we're gonna pull that.
Slacking.
Yeah, we'll do that next week. I'll pull it probably tonight. I just don't want to keep you on the hook for too long. But as a reminder, we're doing a giveaway every month. And this month we'll do probably another piece of art from one of the artists, the amazing artists on our server, so that you guys can get a free piece of TTRPG character art made for you. All you have to do is just follow us, right? Cheers, subscriptions, all that other stuff is incredibly appreciated, because all the proceeds that we get from the stream we use for that, for giveaways, to give back to the community. So thank you so much for anyone that has supported us. For all of you guys that just jumped in the last second, please give us a follow. We always start sessions at 7 p.m. Mountain Daylight, which is 9 p.m. Eastern on Tuesdays. Today is Tuesday. So
correct.
that is correct. While I
Except for Marissa, it's Wednesday already.
It's Wednesday already. Thanks, Marissa. Alrighty, as I try to find a good stream that we can raid. Thoughts on today's session? This was definitely. I've been looking so forward to the Fates for so long. Anyway, what did you guys think while I raid?
Much
Pretty much-
excite.
Yeah, pretty much blew my mind about the whole, like, by the way, I'm technically your mom.
Luke.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was super dope.
And you didn't even have to lose a hand for it.
Estrella's whole thing was really awesome. That was cool.
Yeah.
I'm happy that now that you get to be a cleric again.
Me too. I love clerics. Clerics and I are like this. Druids and I, never again.
Yes.
Oh,
Never
poor
again.
druids.
Oh no.
No, druids are great. You have to be a very experienced or you can retain information very easily, I feel like, to be a successful druid.
Fair.
It's like a poor dummies. How to druid. I feel like, I say that, but I feel like that's probably actually a book.
There's
Listen,
definitely a
I'll
YouTube
tell you.
video.
Yes, there's a series of YouTube videos of which I have countless notes. It's
Okay.
not that I didn't study, kids. I promise you that. I'm a perfectionist. I studied. Let's see.
She just
level
can't
5 spells.
retain information.
It's just that it's just
I'm
magic.
kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
She's gonna find you.
Princess.
She's gonna kill you.
Clerics.
That's a
day
long drive from Florida to Colorado.
Worth it. Meow. Anyway, you guys have been absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. Sorry for all of the emotional damage. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Anyone who watched it, and most importantly, you people playing it. Anyway, we're ready to raid, so see you guys next week. Thank you so much. See you later. Bye.
Bye.